I told him, ask Alexa, she said no.
So basically, what happened? You told your friend not to
Yes.
go to McDonald's anymore when you went there today?
Yes,
How did you know he still goes there?
because he told me.
Oh, okay. So when he told you that he still goes to McDonald's, you told him not to go there?
Yes,
And what did you tell him was the reason?
because Israel was killing the other land.
Okay. And then he didn't really believe you?
Yes,
Then he asked Alexa, and Alexa really didn't give you the answer you wanted?
yes.
So how does that make you feel, or what do you think about that now?
He's just trying to hide the truth.
You think that your friend is hiding the truth?
Yes.
Or maybe do you think that maybe he just doesn't know?
Because how can I believe a computer?
You should never believe a computer, that is true. Because who made the computer?
Africa. And I can't believe what I said. I can't believe.
Yeah, okay, the resources for the computer came from Africa, you're right in that. But who programmed the computer?
Africa.
No, America. In the case of Alexa, I mean, in the case of Alexa, it is programmed by America. So America is not a neutral party. America is not neutral when it comes to this genocide. They have clearly positioned themselves in favor of Israel and against the Palestinians. So if they produce a product like Alexa, there's every probability that Alexa is not going to call it what it is, and that's a genocide. So that's right. You're very, very right not to believe a computer. That you said that very good.
Do you know why
Huh?
Do you know why I feel this way after I asked you?
Yeah. Why?
It makes me not go to film anymore. Because it's like, I don't know ob ich doch like hiding the truth from me. Because I actually really didn't hear Alexa what she said. Because she's at the panel and I'm not in the room.
Okay. But, Finn is your friend, for what I'm concerned. You guys have known each other for almost 4 years now, since you were 3, So he's a child like you. He has no reason to hide the truth from you, And you don't have to forget, Finn has 2 white parents. So the way they look at the world and the politics they might be talking about are very different from the politics we are talking about, So that's also something to consider. But I don't think, if you don't want that, I cannot, force you to. But I don't think I will believe or I can imagine that Finn will hide the truth from you. I don't think so.
He does that sometimes.
Okay. But what is important is that you know what you know. And if other people tell you that is not true, that is their opinion. Sometimes all you can do is agree to disagree, unfortunately.
Anymore? Support the land of Israel. So yes.
So, can you say that again?
I don't want Finn to support a land that is killing Palestinians.
Okay, so that's why it's important for you, so that he will know the truth?
Yes.
Okay, but the problem is there are people that know the truth and they still don't care. There are people that know that, for example, McDonald's, Starbucks, or other companies that those companies support the genocide of the Palestinians, or even the genocide in Congo, or even that they partake in exploitation of African countries, and these people still don't care. So there's every probability that you might encounter people in your life, maybe not now, maybe not next year, but anytime in your life, you encounter people that know about injustice and they will not care. And that's very, very painful.
And that's how I feel by Finn.
Yeah, I understand that. The thing is that you have to always remember that Finn's living reality, the way he sees the world, the way he moves around the world, the way he moves in society, the way he lives his life, is very different from the way you live your life. And the things that are important to you might never be of interest to him. Like for you, Africa is very important. Black people are very important. Your own blackness is very important. But he is a white child, so he might never have those priorities. But you guys are still young. You're still very young children. And I think that at this time in your life, you can still put politics aside and still be friends with him, because it's not by his choice. It is the way he's being raised. He's not old enough to make his own choices yet. So whatever he thinks is what his parents teach him. And if his parents don't teach him about world politics and exploitation and racism and discrimination, it's not really his choice at this point in his life, you know. Maybe in 10 years from now, when he knows, hey, my friend Damien, this is what he goes through, and this is not right, I will speak up against this. I'm not going to McDonald's anymore, or I'm not going to stay silent when black people are being discriminated upon. Then he has a choice. And if he then says, I don't care, I'm still going to go to McDonald's, then you can be like, man, F you, I don't want to be your friend, you know? You know what I mean. So, but right now, he's a reflection of his parents. So, does that make sense for you?
I have no idea what he said.
Okay, about the reflection. I mean, like, he is, whatever he thinks or whatever he is being taught, it comes from his parents. So if his parents, for example, still go to McDonald's because they don't know, or maybe they are not into the topic like that, or they are just not aware, Finn is also not going to know, you know?
What's that area? I don't remember, but Africa is the richest land.
Africa is the richest continent, yeah. It was once one land before the white man put borders there, but it's a continent. It's the richest continent in the world.
I told him, and he said, other land, I don't know.
Yeah, because do you remember that there was this documentary he watched where he saw poor people, and the documentary talked about that Africans are poor and this, and then he asked you that if you go to Africa, do you even have clothes? Can you remember?
No, he said, when you visit Africa, you're naked. That's what he said.
Yeah, okay. Imagine the ignorance. Imagine him thinking because he saw something in the TV that when you go to your homeland, you will walk around naked. Come on. I mean, you can't be that dumb. You know, that's because he doesn't know. He's not exposed to that. He has no connection to the African continent. So imagine now if maybe one of your brothers or sisters in Nigeria will see a poor German child, and then they would think that Finn is also a poor German child because he's Germany. They will know that there are layers to that there are different people, you know, living different lives in the same country, in the same continent, you know. So he's not exposed to that. That is why he believes certain things that are being shown to him. Just like when you watch a certain TV show or something, you will ask me, Mama, what is happening here? It is then my job to educate you, or to educate myself. Maybe I don't even know what you're watching, you know, or as in not what you're watching, like kind of, I don't even know what's going on there. I don't know the layers to that. So then it's now my job to educate myself, and then we educate each other and together, you know. But if Finn's parents don't have that exposure, it's not your job. It is not your job to educate a white child. It is not. Because it's always going to end in an argument. I said, you said. Imagine you telling him Africa is the richest continent and he telling you, naming one country like that. That country that he names, I can guarantee you gets 90% of their resources from the African continent. It doesn't matter if it's Germany or America or wherever. So remember that. I really understand that it makes you feel bad because you know and you don't want to support suffering. I understand that and I respect you so much for that. Okay? But not everybody will agree. Unfortunately, that's how the world is like.